Hello everyone, welcome to another video from Cyducate. So in this video tutorial, I am going to discuss amino acid, its structure and function, different types of amino acid, and the most important topic in amino acid is pKa, dissociation constant of amino acid. So you will learn these points in this video. Stay tuned and continue to watch this video. Amino acid. It is a structural unit of protein. If you see one amino acid joined together to form a peptide and two or more peptides linked with each other to form polypeptides or protein. It contains one alpha carbon which is linked with one carboxyl group COOH and another side it linked with amine group NH2. This alpha carbon also contain another side chain group. These R groups are very important. This R group determine the characteristic like size, polarity and pH for each type of amino acid. And this R chain mainly influence protein structure and protein-protein interaction. So let's see how two amino acid link with each other. So one amino acid contain carboxyl group and another amino acid of NH2 group link with each other and release water, and this bond is known as peptide bond. This bond is mainly between carboxyl group of one amino acid and amine group of another amino acid. In nature, 20 different types of amino acid are present. So let's see the types of amino acid. One amino acid is negatively charged amino acid, which is glutamate and aspartate. Another one is non-polar aliphatic amino acid, glycine, valine, alanine, leucine, isoleucine and methionine. The third one is non-polar aromatic amino acid. Another is polar uncharged amino acid, and last one is positively charged amino acid. So these amino acids are important, and these amino acids are different on the basis of R chain. So another type of amino acid is essential and non-essential. Essential amino acids are those which cannot made by our body. As a result, they must come from food, and it is essential to human diet. There are 9 essential amino acids and rest are non-essential amino acids. So as I say, non-essential amino acid can be made by body while essential cannot be made by body. So you must get them from your diet. Another important topic is pKa, pKa of amino acid. The pKa is the pH at which half of the protons for a given site have dissociated. So here I am talking about amino acid molecule. So let's see. This is the structure of glycine moiety. Glycine contain one alpha carboxyl group and one amine group. Side chain is hydrogen atom. At pH 1, what happened? NH3 contains positive charge and carboxyl group contain hydrogen ion. When we add NaOH in the solution of glycine, what happened? There is a state at which half of the carboxyl group of the glycine will dissociate its hydrogen in the solution while half contain it. This state is known as pKa1. It happened in the glycine at pH 2.3. So pKa1 is because of alpha carboxyl group. When we add more NaOH in the solution, all carboxyl group of the glycine will dissociate its hydrogen in the solution. So at pH 5.97 in glycine, you can see one positive charge at NH3 group and one negative charge at carboxyl group. So this positive and negative charge will give overall neutral charge to glycine molecule, and this is happen at pH 5.97, and this pH is known as Pi, isoelectric point, and the ion is known as zwitterion. When we increase more NaOH in the solution, what happen? Again there is a state in which half of the amine group will dissociate its hydrogen in the solution while half will remain. So this is the pH 9.6. This is at 9.6 and known as pKa2. So pKa2 is because of alpha ammonium ion. Because glycine contain no ionizable side chain, so glycine have only 2 pKa, pKa1 and pKa2. Okay, so let's we see another amino acid which contain complex side chain, which is lysine. This is the structure of lysine, one alpha amine group, one alpha carboxyl group, and the side chain also contain amine group. So what happened at pH 1? At pH 1, both amine group contain positive charge while carboxyl is in protonated form. After increasing pH by adding more NaOH in the solution, there is a state at which half of the carboxyl will dissociate its hydrogen while half contain it. So this is because of pKa1, which is around 2.18, and after adding more, the carboxyl group of the lysine molecule in the solution will completely dissociate its hydrogen in the solution. And increasing pH, again a state comes when half of the alpha amine group will dissociate its hydrogen while half contain it. And increasing pH, again all amine of lysine molecule will dissociate its hydrogen. So this pKa2 state is because of this alpha ammonium group. And then again increasing pH by adding more NaOH in solution, a state come when half of ammonium ion of side chain will dissociate its hydrogen while half will remain. So this is the state which is known as pKa3, and this happen at pH 10.5. So all amino acids which contain ionizable side chain have 3 different pKa value. Okay, so let's see one example. This is cysteine amino acid. So side chain contain SH group. Okay, so at physiological pH you can see carboxyl group is negatively charged and amino group is positively charged. So overall charge in an amino acid or in a cysteine residue is neutral. So this is known as zwitterion. So zwitterion or zwitterion is a state in which amino acid is in neutral form. Okay, so let's see one question. Determine how the amino acid will exist at pH 3.5. So same amino acid, how it behave at pH 3.52, and another is how the amino acid will exist at pH 9.34. So both question I already asked on Instagram page. So see, at 3.5 pH what happened? So carboxyl group contain hydrogen ion, okay, because 3.5 is acidic form, so carboxyl group takes hydrogen from the solution. So overall charge on a cysteine residue or cysteine moiety is positively charged because of amino group. So answer is plus. And the second question is how to determine the amino acid will exist at pH 9.4. So 9.4 is more alkali. So at this pH what happened? All of the carboxyl group contain hydrogen ion dissociates in the solution, and also amino group dissociate its hydrogen in the solution. So overall charge on cysteine residue is -1. So -1 is the answer. So hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any question related to this topic, so write a question in a comment box. Thank you and happy learning.